Hey, Michael. Thank you for getting this in so early, and really a great job. I have to say that I'm very impressed with what you were able to do with just two lights in your studio. It looks really good. So you said that you were going for high key in your shots, and so what we consider high key is really like a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 ratio. Looks like, and you say here, you did a great job metering your ratios, so you're between 1-to-3 and then sometimes 1-to-8 in the more dramatic shot, which is this one right here. So you did a great job metering. And so I wouldn't really, technically, I wouldn't consider these high key. However, I do think that the lighting is working, giving your subject a very upbeat character. And also, the slightly higher light ratio does a good job kind of describing her face, because otherwise she might just seem, like really round and featureless. So I think that was actually aesthetically a very good choice. And let's see, so you have one comment here so far from Brandy, and Brandy was saying exactly what I was going to say, which was really think about, when you're doing portraiture of a person, really think about your camera orientation, because you shot all of these, landscape. And it really, for portraiture, it makes a lot more sense to shoot them portrait, which is to, of course, have the aspect ratio be taller than it is wide. Usually that's what we do, unless, unless you have real specific reasons. And, compositionally, I agree with Brandy. I think it's a little, this head just touching the top of it is too much tension. It's just too much tension. This feels more comfortable. This feels really like you wanted this big empty white space here. Like this big empty white space is representing her new family member to be, and she's super stoked about it, or something like that. And there's enough space here at the top where it's comfortable and her elbow's not cut off. So we really see the whole, as much of the person that feels comfortable, and then this negative space becomes a little bit narrative. This one makes a lot of sense. But this one, it's just stressful. This is stressful compositionally. And then here, having so much of her head cut off really feels stressful as well. So I think this one really would be a very beautiful, poetic shot if you just turned the camera up on its side and made the aspect ratio taller than it is wide. And then you could still have a large empty space here representing her new family member coming. And you'd have this beautiful, sharp ratio, the 1-to-8 ratio here, that's doing a great job describing her happy contemplativeness, So really, my criticism is the same as Brandy's. I think that you did a great job lighting the background here. That gradient is gorgeous. It does so much for that plain white piece of paper. And it's just really the way you framed your subject inside your viewfinder. I think you're doing a great job with your lights. I think your lighting technique is intentional and effective. I just think you need to pay attention to what you're looking at through the viewfinder. Make sure you don't have any little stressful intersections like that right there, or stressful cutoffs like this right here. That's it. That's all I got for you. I think other than that, you did a great job. Thanks again for your, sorry, it's really too big to fit in the screen right here, but for your big schematic. I'm starting to consider requiring these in future classes, because this is just so nice, because I can see exactly what you did, and I could say, perfect, that's exactly how you want to get a gradient, and the reflector, assuming you're moving that to and fro, closer and further from your model to have a higher or lower ratio, works beautifully. You shot, it looks here, like here, maybe you shot without the umbrella, and then here you shot through the umbrella. Looks great. You did a great job. Thank you so much, Michael. Excellent work. And thank you for the perfectly complete submission. I love it. Thank you.